Hey guys, it's Calculus Cuber, and today we have a review and tutorial of the QJ 1x3x3 Super Floppy Cube. I recently purchased the QJ 1x3x3 Super Floppy Cube from the Cubicle for $4.50. That was money well spent. I've really enjoyed playing around with this puzzle. This is actually one of my new favorite cuboids. The turning quality on this puzzle is decent, but I don't think it could become much better due to the mechanism that this puzzle has. If you look here, you can see the actual corner stock there, just how thin that is. And that results in this sort of a clicky, bumpy feeling when you turn this. That happens on all the layers. That's unavoidable, and it doesn't bother me that much. This cube has some normal corner cutting. You can do just about 20 degrees, maybe a little more. And almost no reverse corner cutting. Feels like if I were to put any more force, it would break the actual stock of that corner just because of how thin it is. One advantage that this cube has over other super floppy cubes, at least what I've seen about them, such as the Lan one, is that when this edge piece has the stickers on the inside, so we put this back here, the stickers are now put on the inside edges there. This cube, the stickers on here will not peel at all. It's very loose here, but it's not unstable feeling, which I quite like. I haven't had any sort of peeling problems with these stickers. Oops, let me put that back. Now, my favorite aspect of this puzzle, and what makes it unique from a regular floppy cube, why they call it a super floppy cube, is the fact that you can turn these two pieces while this is turned 90 degrees. And you can turn this back now, and the corner that was here has been moved to here, which I think is really cool. And it can, in solving, it can result in a very easy parity. It can result in a parity, but it's pretty easy to take care of. And that's about all I have to say about this super floppy cube. This is one of my favorite cuboids, and I really enjoy this puzzle. Alright, so this is the tutorial part of this video. Now this cube is a relatively easy puzzle to solve compared to many other puzzles, but I still think it deserves a tutorial. So we first need to scramble it, and the way you do that is by doing it like a cuboid. So the first thing we do is we only do 180 degree turns in any direction that we want. So just do a couple here and there, and whenever you think it is scrambled enough, you can move on to the next step. So I'm going to call this scrambled for now, and we can move on to the next step. So after you do only 180 degree turns, you can now do 90 degree turns in all directions. So now we could match that up, put that up, just some random turns, however you think would make this the most scrambled. And when you're happy with what you have, you can start solving it. I am happy with this. I'm going to call this scrambled. Alright, so now I have 4 steps in the solving process of this. And the first step is to return this to a cuboid. So the easiest way to do that would be to fix this L piece, this L piece first. This is probably the hardest part to do. So what you can do to fix this, if you turn it like this, it's not going to fix it. There's still that L, so you have to break this up, this L up. The easiest way to do that is to pair it up with one of these lone edges, turn it out of the way, and then you can bring this down. And now we just have this band left, and if we turn it 90 degrees, it'll solve itself. So step 2, since we have returned to a cuboid, is to fix these edges here. And the easiest way to do that, so we can have the stickers showing, is to turn both of these 90 degrees, and then turn this 90 degrees in either direction. It doesn't matter for right now. And do the same with this one, 90 degrees on both sides. And turn this 90 degrees, and put it back. So now we have fixed the edges. Now the next step is to not worry about these two flat sides. We need to fix these edges here. This is what we need to do now. So the easiest way to do that is to just pick two opposite edges. I'm going to do red and orange for now. And because this one has two done, I need to put a red here. So the easiest way to do that is to get a red opposite of this orange. And it looks like there's a red opposite. If it wasn't, it would be right here. And you would just have to do a 180 degree turn. And this should be lined up. Now these two are lined up. You can swap them. Red should be solved. And because red is solved, orange should always be solved. Now we move on to blue and green. Now we go through the same process of putting these on the opposite sides. Blue and green is on the opposite side, so we can flip that one. And same with this one, we can flip this one. So these two are solved. All the edges are solved. And now we will have a few cases on these last two faces. Now this is actually a parity case, and it is pretty easy to solve. So we just do what we did before, turn these 90 degrees, and we can turn this one 180 degrees and fix that. Okay, so here's another last step case, and it's where these two are flipped. Now you could do what I did before to fix the parity and turn both of these like this, because it is a super floppy cube. But I feel like that's kind of cheating on this puzzle. And if this was just a normal floppy cube, this could be a case that you could get when you're solving it. And there's a very simple way to do this without shape-shifting the puzzle. And let's use this very simple algorithm. It's not even really much of an algorithm. What you do is you do R, U, and you repeat that 2 more times. R, U, R, U. And it solves it. So you do RU 3 times in total. Now, there's another case that you could get. I'm just going to set it up here, using the cheating way. And it's this. Of course, you could just do what I just did and cheat your way through it and flip those two. But in the true nature of the floppy cube, you can do that same algorithm that I showed you, but do it twice. So we do it once to fix this, but it's also going to mess this up. So we do R, U, R, U, R, U. Fix this, but now we have that case that we had before, where these two are wrong. So we do the algorithm to fix this. R, U, R, U, R, U. Okay. Well, that's everything I have to say about the super floppy cube. Thanks for watching, and as always, I hope you have a nice day.